ArsenalFanTV Sport. This is a show of unity.
You see?
Right, let me introduce this. I'm going to let Arsenal Trooper stand here for the first 30 seconds out of a sign of unity and respect, because I sat next to this guy on the train home from Hull 2 weeks ago. First time I'd met him and chatted to him properly. I thought at the start of the journey...
Did you understand it?
I thought at the start of the journey... I thought this is going to be a long journey home. But I actually found out it was an absolute pleasure. He's a very knowledgeable fan, first of all. He's very passionate. I think everyone knows that already. But it also makes you realise that we're opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of Arsene Wenger. But that doesn't mean his opinion is any less valid. And I still respected everything he had to say, and I also agreed with a lot of what he had to say. But I mean, the important thing is that we are Arsenal fans at the end of the day, and Mr. Trooper is exactly right when he says that we need to unite as a fan base if we're going to do anything this season, because we underestimate how much of a part we play to get behind the team. The players and manager have said it many times, we need to be the 12th man, especially at home, and not get on the players' backs, when anyway, that's your moment.
You see
Ava.
it there? Yeah. That's my man,
Now you get lost.
But having said that, if you ever say Wenger has to leave tonight again, we're not friends anymore. Right.
Now, Theo Walcott, the guy has had a lot of stick, and a lot of that has been justified over the years, you know what I mean? But this season, he looks like he's got the bit between the teeth. He looks like he's on a bit of a mission to prove people wrong. And at the moment, not even just the goals he's scoring. His play off the ball at the moment is exceptional.
I think he's the perfect example of how a lot of fans are going to be eating humble pie this season for all of the moaning and groaning about team selection. As I said, everyone's got their right to an opinion, and football is brilliant because we are all managers at the end of the day. We all have our opinion, fans do not have an informed opinion. We do not watch the players train every day, and Theo is the perfect... Right, all I've heard all season from day one is moan about Theo. He's on 140k a week, even though that's completely irrelevant to what happens on the football pitch. But, and Wenger's been playing him every week and getting stick for that. But he's been our player of the season. He's been brilliant. He's like a player reborn. His confidence is amazing at the moment. And,
Can you sign it?
I wasn't going to say that. No, but people forget, if we can keep this guy fit, he scored 21 goals for us in 2012-13 season. So he has done it before. And that's an amazing return for someone that doesn't play up front. Going on to other players that, it's been proved right that they haven't been playing or have been playing. I mean, Xhaka, for example. I love Xhaka. I think he's very much our future, possibly being a captain. But I fully understand why he's not been playing at the start. I know he's playing tonight with Coquelin's injured, but he's being eased in. The Premiership is such a different level of intensity compared to anywhere else he's played. You remember Roy Pires, he started off on the bench as well. And, that's also underestimating and completely forget about Cazorla and Coquelin, both individually. Cazorla is an amazing player for us. Coquelin's also been very good for us this season. But more importantly, as a partnership, they're an established partnership. I saw something the other day where the last 38 games they'd played together, they had won 28. They'd won 89 points together. So that's a title-winning season. So Arsene Wenger's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. And, Ospina is another example. When he was started against PSG a couple of weeks ago, Wenger was getting dogs abuse before the game. Why are we picking him? Blah, blah, blah. And if Ospina had, done a clanger in that game, dropped or, cost us the game, he would have got absolutely dogs abuse for the next week after that. But Ospina turned in a man of the match performance, and Wenger gets no credit for that. It's a reasonable conclusion to draw, and if we'd have played Czech, we wouldn't have won. We would have lost that match because Ospina pulled off a number of great saves. And also the final one, which I feel is very relevant to tonight and the rest of our season, is Alexis Sanchez. There's been moan about him playing up front, but for me now, and I touched upon this possibility with you earlier on in the season, but for me now, after having seen it, he must play up front when he's fit from now on. I say that for a few reasons. Firstly,
I'm thinking that myself tonight. I'm like, what's going to happen to Olivier Giroud? For me, I just can't see how he can come back in as a starter.
Yeah, well, that shows you how strong our squad is. But I mean, firstly, Sanchez is absolutely world class. There's no doubt about that. Whatever position you play him, he's going to be world class. He's got a very similar skill set to Aguero, in my opinion. But the one that swung it for me was, you might guess it, a stat. I don't just rely on stats, but this is an incredible stat. In his first 100 games for Arsenal, he scored 47 goals. That's one less than Thierry Henry managed in his first 100 games. So the conclusion we can draw from that is that he's outscoring our greatest ever goal scorer from outfield goals. Look, because Henry had a bunch of penalties in that. Sanchez doesn't take penalties, and people still say he's not a striker. I don't think so. And the other point is Sanchez hasn't actually played that many games up front for us, so he's still very much in the embryo of his career as a striker, and even less games with Ozil beside him. The understanding between him and Ozil is telepathic, wherever they play, even if Sanchez is on the wing. When you saw the goal against Chelsea, the way they were running at Luiz and Cahill, they were like rabbits caught in headlights, but they still had a lot to do to score that goal. That's just one example of how they've linked up amazingly together. But I think Sanchez, it's also the system. We play best when we've got a mobile striker up front and we've got fast people around him. That's where Theo comes in as well. Like Sanchez is so much better when he's got someone like either a Theo or Welbeck outside of him. We're just so much better as an attacking team when we go forward. And that's borne out by the number of goals. I know we missed a lot of chances tonight, but we are scoring goals for fun this season. In our first 8 games last season, we scored 7. This season, we scored 20. So there you go. But anyway, I've got some good news to finish off with for you and everyone. I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks. I'm going to be out of the country, so you won't have to put up with me chatting shit.
Where are you going?
America. You told me to go.
What's that for?
You told me to learn some.
Arsenal playing in America,
the Ryder Cup.
Arsenal play Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup. Scrub everything he just said, right? Man and a match tonight for you.
Theo.